official, or he can just have a sport crawler or an overseer, and they're not gonna do much for you. But I always think that having a couple of them in your army composition is pretty good, because often than not they do not have when the big engagement happens. This happens almost every game. Then the Dark Templars are just free to hit whatever they want, because there's no detection in the army. He actually did kill off 2 of the Dark Templars, and I did spot the Spore Crawler, so I'm just using this Dark Templar to scout a bit, because I don't want to suicide him for nothing. They're very expensive and gas heavy unit, and as you can see, I'm just failing at macro. This is just ridiculous. But how many kills is he actually going to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 Dark Templars versus 5 drones. I really came out behind in that engagement. But let's look at the income. He has 2 harvesters in front of me at the moment. I have 35 and he has 37. But and you see here Spire on the way. Let's look at the tab again. I do notice that I have way too much chrono boost saved up on my main, and I need to do something about that. So I decided to go for the Robo now. It's a bit so what can I say? It's a bit silly to go for the Robo unless you really need the detection. What I was thinking was he is pretty road heavy and I need the immortals. That was my thought process there. But really, when you have the Trial Council and you have tacked up into that route, you should maybe just go for High Templars. But again, Roaches are pretty robust and they can handle it quite well. But Immortals are pretty good against Roaches. So I'm going for a double tack path here, which is rarely good to go, and I would argue that it's probably not good in most cases. But I decided to go for the Twilight because I needed shards, and then I did set the Dark Sign just to see, because I felt I was so behind. And now I'm thinking, okay, I did secure my natural, or my second natural, or at least that expansion at the 3 o'clock, and now I might catch up, or I might be in a similar position as a Zerg. But I'm not feeling really good about this engagement, and when I see all these Hydras, I just went in my head, this is just a lost cause for me. Because Hydras are just the gateway unit counter. Ultras do so much damage versus gateway units, it's just not even funny. But now I decided to engage because I really cannot lose this expansion. So it's do or die now, and as you can see, the Dark Templars, he has no detection and they are actually winning this fight for me. And I bring all the probes off the mineral line because I need all the units I can, because this is a fight I cannot afford to lose. But all these Dark Templars really did the trick for me. They do so much damage to Hydralisk. Hydralisk have only 80 HP I think, and these guys do like how much damage? They do 50 damage, so 2 hit Hydralisk dead. And here's a bit of a miscontrol from my Zerg player, and I actually decided to go for a counter because he probably spent most of his army just on that attack with the Hydras. And actually, you might be wondering, why didn't he force field again to block off these drones? The simple answer is I had no energy for it. I was thinking about it, but I had no energy, and I'm just keeping on the aggression. And these Dark Templars are just paying off now so heavy. They're just, I'm so glad I have them. And now my phone said I have a message. Can you please do something for me? I'm not sure. I'm gonna look at it after the game. But here I have these Dark Templars, which I think have really paid off for me this time. One has 2 kills, one has 4, and none of them are dead. So, and I did kill the Zerg's expansion. Here I noticed the Spire, and I'm just thinking, oh no, if he has a bunch of mutas, I'm just going to lose everything, every damn probe I got. But I did actually lose a lot of probes. I'm actually pretty even at the moment, but let's look at the fight again. So here he has this Sporkler, and I'm thinking in retrospect that if I would have killed this and focused down this Sporkler, I would probably have managed to just kill him right here, right now. These Dark Templars would have just done the trick for me and just killed him off. And here I'm trying to keep macroing, but yeah, if I would have focused down the Sporkler there, I would have won at this fight there, because he had no more detection. I think actually he had one Overseer there, so maybe that would not have been, but I had pretty many Stalkers, so I could probably have focused that down as well. And now I'm a bit scared again, because I noticed that expansion here, and I'm afraid he has the expansion at the 9 o'clock. So I think I'm going to put one Overseer on the route to check that out, if he has indeed an expansion at the 9 o'clock. And I'm just keep warping units, and as you can see now I'm just running out of minerals. I don't have enough to reproduce my army, and it seems my Zerg player is not having enough as well, but he did secure his 9 o'clock, and that's keeping him in the game, and might even be keeping me behind him as we speak. So I think I need to take that down and win the game, and maybe a bit over eager here, but as you can see, I run across all the workers that the Zerg player is trying to bring to his expansion, and I force field them inside, so there's no way to rescue the workers. I force fielded those guys in, and now I decide to go for my natural expansion, but in this game the second natural. And at both my natural and my main, it seems I have full energy on the Chrono Boost, and I really should be using that on either upgrades or on the warp gates or something, but not pretty useful on the warp gates, because I have not enough saturation to keep production. So on the upgrades I would probably be using that or something like that. And here I see that he has actually gotten this expansion as well, the expansion at the Selnaka Tower, and now I'm not feeling too comfortable not being able to speak at the moment, but yeah, now I'm not feeling so happy about this. He has 2 expansions. I actually have 2 expansions as well, but he might have gotten his natural up again, so that would be then 3 base versus 2 base, which is when I look at it now, it's not bad, because Zerg always needs to be 1 base ahead of the Protoss player. So what you might be wondering is, why haven't you gone for Colossus? Because they are of course the Hydralisk killer. To be honest, I think I want to go for Colossi, but I have just no saturation. I don't have enough money or to support it. So what I'm doing is I'm making more Immortals, because I know that they are going to be very effective against the Rhodeses, and even decent against the Hydralisk. And I want to push out. I'm thinking I need to push out. I need to do some damage. I need to kill at least one of those expansions, because if not, the Zerg player is just going to overrun me. It's just going to mass units and just kill me. Simple as that. So as you can see, I have so much gas, and I'm using it on my sentries, and that's the unit to go for if you're low on minerals and high on gas, because sentries are always useful to have. I have here probably 11 sentries or something like that. You need the force fields, you need the Guardian Shield, so always good to have those units. And I'm just keep massing units, and my opponent wisely sending a team of brave Zerglings to attack my mineral line on my natural, and it's pretty effective. It's doing some damage, and I actually think he sends another team of links on my on my other natural, but I don't think, yeah, they are not going to be as effective there, because when you engage, the Zerglings want to attack the attacking units. They do not keep attacking the probes unless you have like rally attack ordered them or something like that. So now I'm at 127 food. Let's look at the Zerg just for a second. He is at 113 actually, so I'm ahead. I'm not sure why or what the hell is going on, but he's keeping me inside my base because I need to defend this. I need to be able to saturate both these bases to compete with the Zerg, which is possibly on 3 bases. I'm not sure. I see 2 bases, but I decided I don't want to. Here at this point I decided a 200 max Protoss army will always win against a 200 Zerg army, but I also thought I don't have the time to max out, so I really need to engage. And here comes an engagement, and this is an force field play. Pretty nice force fields here, because the Roaches, I'm effectively, as you notice, I'm splitting their armies into 2, and the Dark Templars are just doing their job here. I actually only have 1, but this is a warrior, 9 kills, 10 kills, and as you can see, if you have a Dark Templar in your army and he does not have an overseer, he of course can't scan, he's not Terran, and this is just very effective, I feel, to keep in your army, even though you don't have you don't need to be aggressive with them. If you just keep couple in your army, it can make a lot of difference in terms of the engagement. And he thinks that he really needs to save this gold expansion, because it's a gold expansion and it's a high yield expansion, and of course always good to have that. And I decided that I really need to kill it, focusing it down before he brings some reinforcements, because if I would have lost this fight and not been able to kill this expansion, I would be in deep trouble. And yes, and I'm just continuing to mass gateway units. It's weird to say, but I'm just doing it because I felt behind this entire game, and I just didn't want to be outmassed. So as you can see, my minerals are just stacking up, and I need to use them on zealots or something like that, and I'm actually bringing 6 zealots in to fight. And this is what happens when you have 6 gates and running on 2 base. You just stack up on minerals. They just come in so fast. You need to spend them as fast as you can. And as you can see, my opponent says GG, nice all in, and I say GG back. I actually talked to him after this game, and I asked why did he say all in, and he is referring to the 4 gate. And he said this is usually not effective against a Zerg, and in the diamond level you need some other tactic, he said. And I want to know what you guys feel about that, if he's telling the truth or not. But I think a well-timed 4 gate that happens at around 6 minutes is pretty good against Zerg. I've used that, and actually this is probably my worst 4 gate I've ever done. And I thought I was behind this entire game, so I actually think I did not go all in because I kept up probe production. And if you notice that I might agree and be inclined to agree if you stop at 20 probes or 21 probe and just go and stop probe production and just mass units. And that is what an all-in 4 gate is all about, that stopping unit production, stopping probe production at 20. But I never stopped probe production, so I kept up my income, and the Zerg never really pulled ahead. So I really don't consider it all in, but hey, we agree to disagree, and that's all good. So look forward to my next ladder game. I hope to reach diamond sometime in the future when I am a bit better at my macro. But yep, have fun, enjoy, see you later.